What's going on today, YouTube? Today, since I've been talking a lot about the safe investor, I want to show you guys a little bit about technical trading. So, we're going to start off a stock that I thought was very, very interesting lately. NC Therapeutics Company. Now, as you can see, we're looking at a 3-year chart right now. This 3-year chart, this company, it was up. It's like marijuana. It's a marijuana stock, and they have been soaring lately. But anyways, the point I want to get, the value I saw in this stock. This is over a 3-year period. It's as high as 46.17, and all it's done is dropped. But a little bit of it about these consolidation lines. Forever, I watched this stock since like last year. It's been trending between this 1488 and between like 840. Okay, hope you guys can see that. It's been doing that forever, for over a year now. Or pretty much just a year, pretty much 2016. But, see this little dip right here. Kind of want to explain to you guys what happened and why I saw the value in it at that time. So we'll go into a 6-month day chart. Right in here, you notice it finally broke that trend line. Finally broke it. And what happened was the guy, like CEO of the company, he got in trouble. He was basically stealing money from the company. And all of a sudden, it just dropped out of nowhere. Got to an all-time low of 410, which at this point, this company, yes, the guy's stealing money from this company, but it's still a company. It still has its value. So, you can see back here, it had 3 cents on its earnings day, and then in here, it was minus 21, so that was not good while it was still falling. But even after that earnings, reporting negative earnings, it couldn't really drop much farther because it's this company, it was way too oversold. So, now, what I want to get into, I was so tempted to buy it, but this was like the first time I've ever seen a play like this, and I'd rather see it once than just jump right in. So this is my EMA line. It started trending above that EMA line, and it was holding. It was holding right around $5. And then it had this huge spike. Yes, time and everything worked out well because this, all the laws and everything got passed about marijuana. People are able to use it and buy it in more places now. But right where I saw value in this was right where it started consolidating at this $5 mark. It was not falling past there, and it started, after it was way below this EMA line, it started trending above it and held above it, held and held and held. So if I really should have bought right in here on that first green day. First green day when it started spiking. And yes, you had a little pullback to the line, but overall, it rode on top of this EMA line until it got up to here. And this would have been a sure tell to get out, because over this 4-day span, because each of these candles are a day, it got so separated from that EMA line, it had nothing to do but fall. That's a very good indicator that a stock is going to fall when it's trending so far above that. It should hold pretty tight to that EMA line, and it's almost pointing straight up and down at this point. That's a good sign to get out, and that would have been a great sign to get out. But look at this, guys. Say you got in here, you would have lost a little bit in here, but say you held in because it was still trending above that EMA line. Say you sold, we'll say you sold on this day. You did it perfectly because you saw how much it was up. At the close of that day, over a 27-day period, you would have made 126% on whatever you invested. Almost 1.3 times whatever you invested, just because this stock was so blatantly oversold. But I thought that was a really interesting one. I wanted to show to you guys, and I don't just want to talk about this stock in general, but And honestly, well, before we get off of it, I do see a little bit of value in this right here. It was better when it was bigger, but see how it was. I mean, it pulled back, but now it started consolidating again. And if it starts trending above this EMA line again, holding like it did back here, like I wouldn't do anything yet because that's one spike and it didn't really hold above that candle. I mean, above that line. That candle didn't really. I want to see a full candle above this EMA line. But I wouldn't be surprised if it jumps up again. Just because, as you guys saw, this has potential to really increase in value. I always look at past performance to see if I do think it has potential to increase in value. It doesn't really. This is like the biggest spike it's had. I guess right here is a pretty big spike too. But that's a very, very big spike. Alright, so show you guys a little bit more about technical trading. We'll just go to a couple other stocks that I've been watching recently. I like looking at 6-month a day chart just because if you're working all day, you can't be trading all day. You can't be watching this stuff all day. But another one, you can see these lines I already drew. You can see it was always holding in here for a time period, and then all of a sudden it broke. And you really don't know where it's going to fall to. It could even fall all the way down to here. So you never want to just trust a line completely from nothing else. Because technically, some people just look at complete resistance lines, so there's not really resistance in here until it gets down to here. But anyways, so here it falls below this resistance line that it's been holding in between for a while now. And then as soon as it trends above that EMA line, it starts going up. Even that right here. Say you bought here because it held. I mean, you're trading these perfectly, but that's 20% in 15 days. It's pretty good. And these aren't even just all these. It's like a 15-day period. These candles represent a day, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trading days. 9 actual trading days. But yeah, this is like, it was a resistance line. It couldn't fall below, keep on bouncing off and going up. I mean, this was a support line. Couldn't fall below, so it's support. And then this was its resistance line for that time period. So then, as soon as it crosses this support line, this becomes the new resistance. And you can see, yes, it's not exactly perfect to a T, but as soon as it hit that line, it kind of wants to fall back again. So now, if it can hold about this 540 line, I may look in to try to get a little bit of trade off of it. Get 540 to its next resistance line. That's still a 17% return. I mean, it's like, you can't guarantee this stuff, but you got to look at what you could actually profit from and what's a good or bad trade. So this one, since I talked about NC, this one's ARDM. I was watching this one lately because it came out with bad news, and that's why it's fallen like a lot. It's fallen how much is this? In a few days, it's fallen 70%. So now I'm kind of just waiting on this one. You can see this is an RSI indicator. It's oversold right now. They think their assets hold more than that price right now. So right now, you guys can see I have an alert set for 273. That's kind of where I'm looking for this to cross and hold above this EMA line. And if you can get this trade, say it goes up to here, just because this is, or even to here. Say it goes to here. Right there, and I say that because this is a resistance line. That is still a 21% return. Say you get luckier than that. Goes up to here. Your next solid resistance line, that's 88%. These are the trades you need to look for that have potential. And why I called out that line is because it peaked up to here. It hit this, we'll call this a resistance line, and fell back down. Now if you look, It dipped down, caught here, so I call this a new resistance line, or support line. It's going up to here, hits its resistance. You can see it kind of shoots up and falls back down. So that's going to be your new resistance line for this trade to pan out. That's going to be your first resistance. I see a little bit of resistance here just because of this peak and here. So, I mean, it's hard to tell, but it's just fallen so much. When stuff falls that much, it's got to go back up a little bit most of the time. And I'm not saying put like life savings in this, but if you're going to be a swing trader, this is the kind of stuff you look for. This is another one. It's just they've fallen so much. As soon as it starts trending above that line, it might be worth taking a trade. No one knows for sure, but this is almost hitting all-time low. It's past like all-time lows. And remember, I mean, these are just 100. These are the last 180 days, but majority of, like, the main point I want to get across this video, you need to look for these theoretical points where these candles won't fall below. Like, it just holds, it holds, it holds. So that's, if you're looking at it this way, like a down, that is a support line. So theoretically, when the stock goes up, that'll be a new resistance line. So if it can pass that, it should go to the next level. Pass that, go to the next level. Support and resistance lines can change all the time, but it's just a fluctuation of the stock going up and down between them. So I hope that explained a little bit about these support and resistance lines. And like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to keep on tuning you guys in, helping you out. And I'll see you guys next time.